Welcome into our Jacksonville Jaguars franchise, where we've got our third straight prime time game Thursday night this time, as we host division rival Tennessee Titans. And on paper, this is a team that you would expect we would destroy, with the league's best defense across the board, number one in passing yards and rushing yards, fourth in points per game. Meanwhile, their offense is either last or next to last in two key categories, rushing yards and points per game, 21st in passing. But despite being quite literally the third worst team in the NFL, only the Broncos and Falcons behind them, and going to face our Jaguars, ninth in the NFL. There are those predicting that the Titans will come away with a win today over our Jacksonville Jaguars. And with how inconsistent we've been, I understand why. The offense can be consistent, get those first downs, we can pick up the win here today. But we have struggled against our division for the last several seasons. This year, we have a split series, 28-17, a loss against the Texans, and then a 20-14 win over the Texans. We've got the Titans today, the Colts coming up shortly with the Titans back again, even shorter than that. And we've already lost one game to the Colts this year, 30-24, where again the offense was inconsistent. But just walking away with a pretty easy win over the league's best team, the Baltimore Ravens, 21-10. We saw Jeff Polk really stake claim with his offense. Passing was first, 71% complete. Running the ball, we did not have any success, 2.5 for Travis Etienne. We will still be sticking with a slightly pass-forward offense. But with the rain here today, we could use with some Travis Etienne. It'll be that group out first, as the Titans have us underway for Thursday Night Football. Colbert, he's going to take it right down the seam, trucking through the block. Will be the 31, where we will start with an injury out on the field for the Tennessee Titans. That is Jaquan Jackson, the third-year receiver. Hopefully he's able to bounce back into this one. But we're going to start with a spread look with Jeff Polk. As he throws across the middle, he finds Gabe Davis. He's by the 50, trying to find an angle down the sideline. Dawson Knox arrives just a moment too late to pick up that block. But a big play one, gets us into plus side here at the 46. I form, to the left-hand side, got Knox to the right. Will be play action. Rolling, and he's going to take a massive sack. Loss of 17. Jadeveon Clowney gets back there and takes down Jeff Polk. Looked like he was getting ready to throw that one away. He just didn't expect the hit to come so soon. With a lot of yards to try to recoup here, a spread empty look. As they throw to the left-hand side, it's going to get picked off. That one came up well too short, thrown well too late. McCreary takes it away after a fantastic play one. They did nothing but go backwards and then turn the ball over. And that is exactly why they are giving the Titans props to potentially find a win here today. Will Levis coming out. Has not been a good year for him. 9 interceptions to 8 touchdowns. He has motion left-hand side as they set up a wide receiver screen, slipping one and picking up the first down. Ferguson making a good play there for the Titans. Cisco and Alua can eventually bring him down. He'll head to the sideline here, 1st and 10. They hand it off. Will be a gain of 3. We'll see what kind of production Winborn can get going today for the Titans. Again, one of the worst, if not the worst, rushing offense in the league versus the league's best rush defense. Winborn, though, shakes the whole team and finds the end zone. Divisional games have been the Jaguars' kryptonite. And Ode Ingbo just got driven off the line to open up that score. 7-0 Jaguars. They give up a touchdown off their turnover. Polk, though, he's going to scramble to the right-hand side here with a bunch of green grass as he gets just by the 50, ushered out at the 49. A much better play than that turnover. As they get back to the passing game, across the middle, they're going to find Brian Thomas Jr., who takes a wallop. He's brought down about a yard short of the line to gain, but a good pass there on first down. Motion this time, Addison, as he's going to take that jet sweep. Shakes the safety, but then spins towards Amani Hooker. First down, gain of 11. Well, this is where we need Jeff Polk to polish off the drive. Down at the 30. He's got trips to the left-hand side with a single high safety. And he's got Addison with space, putting it on his man this time. There is the answer for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They find Jordan Addison right down the seam. Safety never got over. Corner stayed too far underneath and to the outside. And we tie this game up here in Duval. And with that, plus a little bit of some of the heavy rain coming down, we've washed away the early woes. Titans, Will Levis starting back at the 28. They had two to the right-hand side, flipping it and trying to find Ferguson. Just a little bit too much mustard on it. And that's nearly two big plays to their young receiver out on the left-hand side here. Got Tutu Atwell in the slot right-hand side. They go his way. He shakes the tackle of Aluakin, picking up 5. That will bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Titans. Only rushing 4. Walker, he's down on the ground. Will Levis hops over him. Junior Alford tracks him down from behind. A sack on 3rd will end the drive of the Titans. It'll be Jaguar ball. Overall, a great job there from the DT, making up for the end who was down on the ground. Again, that weather having some effect early on in this game. Travis Etienne, he takes his carry down the middle for 7. Already closing in on 850 rushing yards this season. Sitting around the midway point, that's what you look to have for a more pass-focused offense. Passing to the flat and not able to hold on was Travis. Not a common problem for him. A couple years ago, led all running backs in receiving yards. They look his way here on 3rd as he outruns Aquanu, but ends up slowing down to let him pick up that block, taking the Jags to the 45. Smart move there from the veteran running back as his team back on the plus side here. Tight look as it will be play action. Polk, he's going to roll. He's going to throw. He finds Brian Thomas Jr. back on that right hip. He drops it. For a receiver that's been asking to be the staple of this offense so much, getting some rushes as well. He's not even been holding on to the passes we've given him. Polk dropping this one off Madison Turner, taking on the DB McCreary. He picks up 5. Oh, that does still leave the Jags needing 5 more. It's 3rd down here. They're at the 40. Coming out 2 spread to the right, 2 tight ends to the left-hand side. Polk, he's going to roll out here. He's got his tight end coming across. He finds Sexton, who gets out of bounds at the 31. The clock will still stay in motion after they get set. Taking around 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tight look once again. Getting some space on the outside, though. Again, so much loft. Dawson Knox able to catch up to it. Good news, McCreary never heard the call. Pass ball. Otherwise, we might be looking at another Oski situation. 1st and 10 of the 17. 2 to the right-hand side. They bring the blitz. Throwing, it's just by the right cheek of Luke Bacon. Good quick pressure there from the Tennessee Titans. 2nd and 10. As they swing it outside, Brian Thomas Jr. will angle out, gain of 8, setting up a 3rd and 2. We'll see if they're able to get the snap off in time. Clock down inside 5 at 1. They do snap the ball. Etienne left-hand side. He's got the first down, not much more. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5 as we start the second quarter. Tied up right now 7-7 with the first coming to an end. A pick from the Tennessee Titans set up a quick touchdown drive. Jaguars answered. Now they're trying to go ahead. And it'll be at the 5. 3 tight ends right-hand side. They go counter to the left. Etienne not able to easily get through that gap. He picks up 2. That still leaves him 3 more yards yet to go. Heavy tight look here. Motion Brian Thomas Jr. He's into the backfield. As it's going to be play action coming across. It's out for Thomas. And he's got the touchdown. Jaguars, they take the lead here in Duval. Make it 14-7. 7:22 left here to go in the second quarter. And with drives like that, 12 plays, 70 yards, finishing in the end zone, we can finish this game on top and silence the media, who are quite right, though. This team has struggled in division, and picking up a big divisional win could go a long way, as that pass is short. Perhaps a little pressure, a little bit of that rain, forcing that ball to slip out of Levis's hands. Just wasn't able to find his tight end. Big hit, though, on the outside. Oluwakin lays into Calvin Ridley. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that would have dropped a ball like that. 3rd and 10 for the Titans, as it will be a 4-man rush. Here comes Walker with the pressure, but sitting, delivering a clean ball across the middle. Levis, he finds Ridley this time. And this time, it goes as a first down, converting the 3rd and long. They're at the 47. As they go down the middle, just not quite slipping by Winborn. Will be a gain of 3 as they'll look to air out the ball to the outside. Yancey will help break that one up. The young safety's coming here and stolen that starting spot for sure. He's played well. 3rd and 7. Pressure. But again, sitting, delivering. Ferguson, he leaks through the pack and will take it to the end zone. A tie game here. Jacksonville had several opportunities to get off the field. Will Levis sitting back in the pocket, taking that pressure and delivering some decent balls across the middle. Big plays made by his receivers. And when it comes to rivalry games, sometimes the numbers do not matter. Number 1 passing and number 1 rushing defense give up their touchdowns. Offense needing to regain that lead. They start at the 35. Dawson Knox in motion. Etienne with a handoff that maybe gets back to the line. Coach Boston investing a lot in his offensive line this year, reshaping that group. Really going to need them to come through here under pressure. Finding Dawson Knox coming from the far outside all the way across, picking up 5. Well, that does still leave him with some yards to pick up here. 5 more. They need the 45. Hard count, early movement. There is no yellow down on the field. And Polk is going to get smacked down. Should have been a free play. Instead, no gain. Really unfortunate that flag was not pulled for the Jaguars, but they will stay on the field here. 4th and 5. Hard count again, but Turner clearly moved first. They'll have to call that one with Conklin jumping. Sometimes the O-linemen have to jump to make sure that call is forced. After not getting the call the first time, Peyton Turner gives it to us that time. 1st and 10, they find that 45. We're going to go back to the air. Brian Thomas Jr. again. He gets that drag catch, picking up the first down. If Thomas can catch his groove, he is a fantastic receiver. He's just been pretty inconsistent this season, matching what the offense has really done this year. Polk, he's going to scramble, sliding down, gain of 13. They're starting to let that clock just run a little bit extra here, approaching 3 minutes left in the first half. They don't want to leave the Titans with much time. Travis Etienne, though, with grass in front. He's got him down inside the 15, taken down at the 11. He's been missing that burst the last couple weeks, but it looked good there, as he hasn't had that many carries so far this half. Jaguars looking to go back to the air, and he had his tight end breaking open. Dawson Knox not able to get it out cleanly. Turner picks up the sack. But apparently not too happy with that hit was Polk, taking us through the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and 11 here at the 12. Jaguars can still get a free set of downs, or fresh set, should say. As he's rolling to the outside, he throws it up for Addison. Just short of that line to gain. It's 3rd and inches at the 2. Just got to move that ball by a hairline almost. Goal line set here for the Jaguars. Jeff Polk, he's going to find the end zone. Who needs the first down marker when there's no push down the middle? Jeff Polk takes the QB sneak in for 6. Jaguars retake the lead. We're looking at about 1:20 left here for Will Levis and the Titans. The offense, they finished the first half strong. The defense will have to do the same, with special teams allowing a pretty solid return. It's a shorter field here for Will Levis. Starting at the 35, they go across the middle, and it'll be caught for 4. They find Tutu Atwell yet again here. Will Levis, he's trying to get out quick. Walker this time, he keeps his feet and drops Levis. Titans forced to call a quick timeout. It is 3rd and 10. They're at the 35 with 50 some odd seconds. And wide open again is Ferguson in man coverage. Jarrian Jones just got slipped. It was a great outbreaking route. And with Jarrian Jones holding that inside leverage, there was just no way he was going to catch back up on the outside. Only one timeout remaining. They find Calvin Ridley. He breaks one, trying to fight across the grain, set up a more favorable potential field goal shot. They do still have a timeout, not electing to use it here. We're down inside 10 seconds remaining. If they can find a quick little shot here, set up a field goal. Ferguson, he busts it to the outside and ties the game at halftime. What kind of tackling was that from the Jacksonville Jaguars? Had him done and dusted across the middle. He somehow slips. 3, 4, 5 different Jaguars defenders, some of the highest rated on this team, and makes it 21-21 at half. A phenomenal first half for the offense, picking up 21 points. Same they were able to pick up in the entire game last week against the Ravens, but the defense lapsing in several fundamental categories. With this being Thursday Night Football, though, a great way of opening up the week. We could definitely use with a Colts loss. They face the Giants this week. And as for the Texans, they've got the Browns. That is an easy game for them to win. Texans right behind us, Colts just in front of us. But right now, we got to focus in on the Tennessee Titans. And that might be even more so with the fact that they will start off with the ball. With about a minute 10, they found the tying score. Now they've got all the second half to make sure they end up on top. There is a good tackle in open space by Ringo. I'm sure that was a key talking point for Coach Boston at halftime. 2 of their touchdowns came off of just poor tackles. 2nd and 7. Winborn with a nice cutback and a huge block on Aluakin. D. Cleater opens up the first down. This Jaguars defense, they've got a lot of special players out there, every different level. They need them to step up in a big way. Ferguson has been a problem. He gained 6, his 5th catch, 127 yards. For the 2nd and 4, he's in motion into the backfield, back to the outside. Walker with a clean pressure, and Cisco can't break it up, but they do lose about 1, maybe 2. A 3rd down. This is where the Jaguars, they've got to get their stops. It has not been that way so far today. Early movement, looks like it might be a Jaguar defender. But no, we'll catch our break. Instead, they get the left tackle, Latham, backing them up. 3rd and 12. Okonkwo and 2 go to the right-hand side. The Will Levis, he's going to look to scramble here. He slides down, giving himself up with a 4th and 5 at the 45. But it looks like they will ultimately decide to punt from there. Could have gone for it. Would have been a big gamble. But it might have paid off big. Instead, our offense is taking the field here. Starting at the 14. A good punt. It's a heavy set. Travis Etienne left-hand side with a good lead block picks up the first. That might be the best way to utilize Travis moving forward. Not be the primary guy, but let the passing game open up those quick hitters. As under pressure, they had Gabe Davis breaking open. But the big man down the middle, he thought otherwise. Getting by Quinn Miners, Jack Conklin, and Ekwonu. I mean, a lot of big names there for him to get around. Dawson Knox, he takes this outside. He picks up a pair of big blocks. Jordan Addison getting stuck in there. Got to appreciate that from the smaller receiver of our bunch. And that does show off the athleticism that we do have at tight end as well. Single high safety, 2 spread either side here with a 1st and 10. They bring the blitz off the right-hand side. Picked up initially. Flag does come down as that ball is too short for Thomas. This wouldn't be a Jaguars game without a holding from Antone Harrison. 1st and 20, back at the 35. As they set up the screen here to Travis, who's going to take it left-hand side. He gets a good juke, and he's got the first down, a gain of about 22 for Travis Etienne. And hitting 75% of his throws today, Jeff Polk, with that one, surpasses 200 yards. He has 2 touchdowns as well. Might look to go back to it here. Downfield, Jordan Addison, it's broken up. Martin, good coverage in the 1v1. At the 44, Keeping with that spread look, it's Etienne who goes to cut back left, but the big fella down the middle in Sweat putting in the work. That leaves the Jags behind the chains here, forcing a 3rd and 8. Dropping to the pistol look, hard count, early movement will be a free play, which they go to Thomas, and he drops another. The free 5 here going to come in clutch. I'm sure Coach Boston going to have a word here with his receiver. Keeps dropping these passes. The rain has not been the sole cause that's been an ongoing issue for him. Pass across the middle. They find Addison, who picks up a good block from Travis Etienne, and he will take it the distance. Jaguars back on top here in Duval. The offense has been rolling today. Only time they've slowed down has been due to their own mistakes, dropping the ball or a flag. Now the defense, they got to stop the last timeout. Can they get another? With a 7-point lead starting at the 33, a pass across the middle is broken up, intended for Tutu Atwell. It's Ringo playing it strong, jarring that one free. Spread empty to follow. Jaguars, they make a change, followed by a change by the Tennessee Titans. They get their player into the backfield. Go to Okonkwo, who gets the catch and shakes the tackle, gets upended. Jerry and Jones punching out the kneecap. Will Levis, he's put together a strong game today, sitting in that pocket, being patient, and finding a couple good passes to keep these drives moving smoothly. Winborn, he's not able to escape the down Jaguar defender. Will end up being at most a gain of 1. They're at the midfield logo. Trips right-hand side, one to the left. Quick throw to Okonkwo, and he drops it. Well, how quick that one got there. The rain may be affecting that one. It's 3rd and 9. The Titans have been great on 3rd down. But Walker, he's getting pressure, and the ball pops out. He will jump on top of it. If the fumble stands, it is a turnover. If they choose to review it and it's overturned, it's still a punt. Jaguars defense makes a big play, and the booth confirm offense will stay out here at the 35. Polk, he throws left-hand side, and is broken up for Knox. Titans brought the heat, trying to make sure Polk didn't have time for a deep shot there. And for how things typically go after turnovers, smart move. Travis, he takes the handoff, and he's going to pick up 5, maybe a good 6. And that leaves a 3rd and 4. Very manageable here for Polk and this offense. Bunch of left-hand side. Titans again, they jump early. It will be a free play. Rolling. He's got his tight end downfield, and he will find Knox, who does not get the catch in bounds. Or actually, yes, he does. The call just came in a little bit late. Boston will decline that penalty. It's 1st and goal at the 8. To the left-hand side. Polk dropping back. He steps up, he throws, he finds Thomas, who's trying to get to the outside. Spin move does no good, down at the 3. Good awareness there from Polk. Stepped up, saw he couldn't run, he got rid of it as he's trying to find his 5th touchdown on the game. Under pressure, and that ball will hit the turf. And trying to come up with the best game plan. Coach Boston calls a timeout here. Leaving 5 seconds left in the 3rd. And they're going to get motion. Brian Thomas Jr., he will keep it, turning it up, and they say he crosses that goal line. Titans nearly get him down before that ball crosses the plane. If it stands, it is a rushing touchdown, or should be a rushing touchdown here for Brian Thomas Jr. And with confirmation as we head to the 4th quarter, it is indeed a 2-score lead for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And calling that timeout when they did, that is pretty big. We've got 8 minutes to go. Titans take the field. They've put together some really good drives. They're going to need one here. Okonkwo goes in motion. Pass across the middle. Atwell gets the catch. As the 2 linebackers converge, they weren't able to get the hand on the ball or bring down Atwell. That's arguably been the biggest problem for the Jaguars today with the weather, is not catching the ball. It's not turnovers. It's simply just tackling offensive players as they break up that ball intended for Okonkwo. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Titans, they're changing their play here. Don't like what the Jags were lining up in. Jags look to change late. They get the pass across the middle. It's Ferguson. picking up another first down. What an impressive game for this young receiver. He's taken on pretty much every defensive back the Jaguars have on the field, and he's won matchups against them. Again, he beat Jerry Jones. That ball behind might have been the only reason he doesn't have another first down grab. 2nd and 10. They're at the 45 plus side. Two tight end look as Levis waits for a late cross, but he runs out of time. Ball is thrown incomplete. 3rd and 10. They might still have to go for it here on a 4th down as they check down Winborn. He will be 4 yards short, and on 4th down, the offense stays on the field. A tight look across the board. Walker gets pressure, but sneaking it by Oluwakin. Hits Okonkwo on the run. He's down to the 17. Will Levis with a very impressive performance out there today. He's been rock solid for their offense. Pass across the middle is dropped. Their tight end there wanted nothing to do with Oluwakin, who is stepping up to put a big hit in. The 17, they're going to switch. Ferguson goes to the right, Okonkwo out to the left. And look for that short end. They do go to Atwell. However, it will be a short gain, leaving a 3rd and 9, still 4 down territory. Bunch right-hand side. Actually, they had 4 out there. Their running back going to swing it out to him. To Atwell with a great block, but can't get back into the end zone. Winborn, he's down to the 1. That's just going to let more time come off the clock here. Jaguars with a pretty spread look, but get the stop surprisingly at about the half-inch line. Now they'll look to stack the front a little bit tighter. Early movement, though, should be a free play. Good news, the Jaguars don't give up anything on it, but it will be 5 millimeters forward. Does stay 2nd and goal. They're just at the 1 rather than back at the 3 with the loss. They go back to Winborn. No, not Winborn. It's Townsend that checks in. He gets stuffed. Titans still have 2 more goes here. Townsend still the back. They'll look to throw. Campbell, he gets back there, intended for Ridley. That leaves a 4th and goal. Trying to make the stand here. Winborn back out there. As they have a couple switch patterns across the middle, it leaves it open for Will Levis to take with his legs. Titans get back 1, but they'll have to find another touchdown here to tie. Or perhaps if they could hit this 2-point try, they just need a touchdown point after to go ahead. They hand it off, and Winborn is stuffed. It's Hall who checks in at linebacker and makes the play, leaving this an 8-point game. Now touchdown and 2-point to tie. Just an extremely risky call there, arguably, and maybe even more than arguably, unnecessary. But it gives us a good chance to come out on top here. We just got to string together some good runs. Travis, though, is stuffed. At most, it's a gain of about half a yard, and that seems to be what they give us. Play clock down inside 5. Snapping it at 1. It's ETN to the outside. Cuts behind his blockers. Rumbling, bumbling, and picking up a first down. Titans do not call any timeouts here yet. As we approach the 2-minute warning, we'll have one more play prior to, as long as nothing goes crazy here. Again, snapping that ball with 1 second. Travis to the outside. Not able to get a stiff arm or a move there on Snead. He gains 1. And that'll take us through the 2-minute warning. We got a 2nd and 9 here at the 32. In motion, Addison. He keeps it. We'll turn it up, picking up a few, leaving 3rd and 6 with 2 timeouts remaining here for the Tennessee Titans. They could really use with picking up this stop as we still sit back at the 35. Jeffrey Simmons over on the left-hand side. Jaguars attack that way. Travis bursts by. He picks up the first down, picking up another couple pairs of blocks. One looks like it might have been a block in the back. First down may still stand. And indeed it will, as that was a block in the back on Ekwonu. We're at the 41 then instead. But it does stop the clock for the Tennessee Titans. Travis trying to cut back hard to the left. Martin with the tackle. That leaves them, though, with just one more timeout remaining, and it's 2nd and 9. Back in shotgun. Polk, he's going to keep it, but what a play. Jeffrey Simmons worked all his way outside to help make that stop. It's a loss of 4. And that'll make things far more easier for the Titans to get a stop here with a 3rd and 13. They called their final timeout. Sexton motions in the backfield. Etienne with space. Spin move. He's got the first down. And with that, that is your ball game as he goes 13 rushes, 86 yards. That is how we want this offense to perform. Not so much how we want the defense to perform. It is a loss for the Tennessee Titans, but their offense played a very good game. Will Levis, he was very impressive out there. He made the plays on the ground when he had to, delivered a lot of good balls in the rain under pressure. That is a hard thing to do for some NFL quarterbacks, and he shows that he has the ability to do so. Ferguson, he played a phenomenal game as well for the Tennessee Titans. Ultimately, though, they weren't able to outdo the fantastic game that Jeff Polk just put forth. He led this offense, and he didn't exactly do it from the front either, or at least that's how it felt to me. He finishes with 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 263 yards. He completed 69%. On top of that, he did also have the rushing touchdown. Missed out on that last opportunity for the 5th touchdown on his day, but still overall a great game for Polk. We got ETN going back above. Even 4.5 is typically a good cutoff point for a good day for a running back. He was at 6.6. The only real problem I feel like we had offensively was Brian Thomas Jr. We could have had maybe 7 grabs in this game, 7 or 8 grabs, probably closer to 50 yards, maybe an extra touchdown in there if he would have just held on to some of the passes that hit him in the hands. That's been a problem for him. We're going to start working on maybe some more physical upgrades for him to work on that catch in traffic, and hopefully with that, he'll start to hold on to those passes. But ultimately, that moves us to week 12 with a new number 1 team in the AFC, and it is our Jacksonville Jaguars sitting here 7-3. The Colts lost. We jump ahead of them. We face them coming up shortly, so we still need to make sure we're continuing to play great here and make sure we finish at top of the AFC South, lock in our spot to the playoffs. Baltimore Ravens are also 7-3, but with our head-to-head, we get above them. No other team 7-3. You got Miami, Cincy, Kansas City, and Indy, who are all 6-4. So this is still a very tight race and a good season ahead of us to go. However, there will be some shakeup happening with how often these videos are coming out, or the time at least that they're coming out, as we will be starting a new series. I believe the first episode will be coming out tomorrow. So make sure you're sticking around. Hit that bell icon in the bottom right corner, or scroll down, hit the sub button, and tap that bell icon so you get notified of when any of these videos get posted. I'm toying around with potential schedules. I would like to keep college football going 3 times a week. If you guys want that down to 2, do let me know, because that will then open up a great option for us. We'll have this series maybe go down to 1 day per week, but maybe we include 2 games per episode, and we get that new series going on Tuesday and Thursday, college football Monday and Friday. We've got options. I'm toying around with it. Let me know what you think down below, but we will be starting a brand new game that has not been on this channel. If you have been keeping up with the community tab, you might know what game that's going to be. Make sure you are voting on all of the things posted on this channel, because that will affect what is on this channel. I want your input, and I want you all to stick around. We got the New York Giants up next as we go on the road, trying to maintain top of the AFC.